You are joining LinkedIn as your relationship engine. Let's just give everybody a few minutes, a couple of minutes to get in. Hi, welcome everybody. Good to see you. We're just allowing a lot of people to just get in for a minute or two, and then we're going to get started. All right. Welcome, welcome. I think we're 3 minutes in, so let's just get going, guys. Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Sklar, and I'm on the board of the HBS Women Alumni Association. I just want to welcome you to this incredible event that we have today. Welcome to Joe Applebaum, our guest speaker. We're so excited to have you, Joe. Before I get into the introduction of this whole thing, first of all, everybody, feel free. There's three little dots at the top of your little thumbnail profile. And if you press your three little dots, you can rename yourself and put your MBA or your degree and your year. Everybody loves to see what year everybody else is in. So it's kind of fun to do that. And please take a look at the community values and learning culture information that we have on the bottom of our screen. We find that it really makes it really possible to have a great event if we're all respectful and have honesty and integrity as we always do. Um, Let me just go on to the very next screen and uh, and just tell you guys that we have a whole bunch of great upcoming events from HBS Women. Hope you all can join. We have wonderful speakers. You can see on the left-hand side there. On the right-hand side, we have roundtables for career transitions. We have one coming up on Friday, January 23rd, but we also have roundtables for working mothers, leadership wisdom, women in consulting, less stress, more flow, and future of food. And we just have so many great interactions. We have a WhatsApp group. And down below, take a look. We have a workshop on unlocking the power of AI agents and a special price for that. So check it out. And now, everybody, I want to introduce Joe Applebaum, our speaker. But I have to tell you something, Joe, and to everybody. When I was putting material together to share about Joe, I went to Joe's LinkedIn and I was just blown away. Joe, I didn't know. Joe has over 54,000 followers. I mean, who has 54,000 followers? It's amazing. And I looked at his endorsements. He has 524 endorsements on LinkedIn. I mean, have you ever heard of that? That's amazing, Joe. I can't wait for you to tell us how you did that, what you did, and how it's helping you. But let me just get into the formal bio for Joe. Joe has trained over 1,000 companies on how to leverage LinkedIn over the past 3 years, and most recently on how to use AI for business development and marketing. Joe is the CEO and founder of Evie AI, which is a LinkedIn AI assistant platform serving thousands of people across 40 countries. He's also the CEO of Ajax Union, which is an Inc. 500 digital marketing agency. He's known as LinkedIn Daddy. Joe is a professional speaker, is an AI expert, prompt engineer. He specializes in helping professionals leverage AI to build authentic relationships and uncover hidden opportunities on LinkedIn. He's the author of 5 books, including his most recent book, High Energy Networking. And I believe, Alexi, we have a link that we're going to put in the chat so you guys can check out the link on Amazon if you want to purchase his book. It's a great book. He is a former rabbi turned entrepreneur. And when he's not on stages all over the world inspiring and educating professionals, he spends time with his 5 children, rollerblading and rapping in Hillside, New Jersey. Welcome, Joe. Thank you for being with us. And we can't wait to
Hey,
get it's unbelievable that you're here. I just love listening to you anytime I get a chance. So we're very excited to hear your pearls of wisdom today.
thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm curious to know where you guys are dialing in from. So in the chat, if you don't mind, drop in your location because now we're virtual, so we could be from all over the world. And Sherry, if I remember correctly, we met in Manhattan, right? Is that where
We
we met? We
did.
met in Manhattan at a networking event many, many years ago. and we've been in touch through LinkedIn. I don't know if you guys know this, but Microsoft paid $26.2 billion for LinkedIn about 10 years ago. And that sounded like a lot of money back then when money was actually worth something. But
Yeah.
since then, it became an amazing deal for Microsoft. Microsoft might be the largest company around in terms of market cap. And so if you think about the power of LinkedIn and how it's been changing and evolving over the years, it used to be that LinkedIn was just a place where people just connected with their classmates or with people that they knew well. LinkedIn has become a platform for networking, for content marketing, for relationship building, and to be able to get any opportunity you want in your life. So what I love to do is I'm very into networking. I'm very into relationship building, not just spraying and praying business cards and all that type of stuff. I'm talking about deep, meaningful relationships. So if you guys are the types of people that like to go wide, right wide. If you guys would rather go deep and have meaningful relationships with fewer people, but go deep or right deep, I'm curious to know if you guys like to spray and pray, or you guys are more methodical and strategic. So wide or deep, which one do you guys prefer? Deep, meaningful relationships. It looks like Sherry just said. I
Yeah.
personally used to like going wide, trying to get as many as possible. I changed. I changed because I realized more is not necessarily better. More
Hmm.
is not necessarily better. And so initially I went very, very wide, but then I realized, oh my God, I cannot spread myself so thin. What I need to do is I need to go deep. And it's so much easier for me because I get more fulfillment by going deeper with somebody. If I'm meeting with somebody, getting to know them, I feel more fulfilled rather than just doing high speed networking and I meet 100 people and then I'm exhausted and I didn't meet anybody. I just know a bunch of new names. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I'm going on a cruise with 400 entrepreneurs. We're leaving on Saturday and we're going for 8 days to Mexico. And there's going to be 4,000 other people there. But the beauty is, I went last year and I walked out with 100 incredible relationships and I went deep with about a dozen. So I had 100 new people that I got to know. But throughout the year, I went deep with about a dozen. And I'm going to see those same dozen there. And I'm probably going to meet another 100 people and go deep with another dozen. So you want to be connecting on a regular basis with more people than you can go deep with, but then choose the people you want to go deep with from that. So, first lesson for you guys is every single day, connect with at least 20 people a day. Put a 20 in the chat if you're committed to doing that over the course of 2026. Put a 20 in the chat. It's not hard to do. I had somebody come to my office hours and say, Joe, it'll take me forever to connect with 20 people. So I launched a timer on my computer. I launched a timer, and in 90 seconds, I created a search for the people that I wanted to find to connect with, and then I connected with 20 people. And then I said, would you like me to do another 20? And then I did another 20 with a connection note, and that took another 2 minutes. So within 5 minutes total time, I connected with 40 people. It doesn't take that long to expand your network. And somebody said, how? How do you connect with people? The answer is you go to their profile and you press a connect button. And I'll show you how that works in just a moment. I'll share my screen and show you how it works. But I want you to understand the strategy and the mindset is that most people are not expanding their connections. And if you're not expanding your connections, you're not expanding your opportunities. If you're not connected to somebody, you can't just message them out of the blue. But if you're connected, there's 100 different reasons to message people you're currently connected to. By the way, in the chat, put in your LinkedIn URL. Do you know what your LinkedIn URL is? Now, this is really important because a LinkedIn URL is the place where people will come to find you, to connect with you, or refer you to a new job. Because if you're looking for a job, or you're looking for clients or opportunities, or you're looking for your next, I don't know, your next friend, your next relationship, the way to do it is to connect. And people can't connect with you unless they can find you. And the easiest way to make somebody find you is to give them your LinkedIn URL. Now, LinkedIn URL has an https://www.linkedin.com, and then it usually has a /in, and then it has a username at the end. So, for example, for Sherry Sklar, it's linkedin.com/in/Sherry Sklar, and it's customized for her name, which is beautiful. And I see most of you have already customized your LinkedIn URL. I take this a step further. Say I'm on the train and somebody sees me and says, Joe, you're a good looking guy. I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. I'll be like, thank you very much. If you think I'm good looking, you should see how intelligent I am too. And so I say, and they say, how do we find you? I say, look up joelinkedin.com. And they're like, joelinkedin.com. Is that linkedin.com? I said, no, no, no. It's joelinkedin.com. They're like, how'd you do that? I say, it's one of my 99 LinkedIn hacks. I got 99 hacks and a pitch, Pitch. A pitch is not one of them. I don't think that pitching on LinkedIn is not the way to do it. Even if you're looking for a job, you don't want to be pitching people. If you want to get rich, learn not to pitch. Instead, tell a story, build a relationship, get to know someone. So here's the alternative. This is the alternative. Connect with people and then greet them. I want you to act like a Walmart greeter. What does a Walmart greeter do? If you were a Walmart greeter right now and I came in to your LinkedIn universe, what would be the first thing that you would say to me? What would you say? In the chat, let me know. I want to see what you guys would say to greet me if I just connected with you on LinkedIn and you didn't want to sell me anything and you didn't need anything from me. How can I help you is a feeding message. That means you're adding value. So I wouldn't add value yet because if you try to add value as soon as I walk into the store, I feel like you're selling me something. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the chat. Agree or disagree. When I walk into Macy's or if I walk into Nordstrom's or if I walk into Saks Fifth Avenue, depending on what I'm in the mood of, right? And somebody walks over to me and says, how can I help you? Right away, my instinct is don't sell me anything. I don't need help. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
greeting is not about asking questions, but it's about welcoming somebody and just letting them know that they're seen and they're noticed without you needing anything from them. Exactly what Nikita said. Have a great day shopping. Or thank you for coming to Walmart. We love seeing you with a smile on your face. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
taking a greeting approach is not common practice. Common sense is also not common practice. But people don't realize that when you ask somebody a question right away, you are putting them as a reputation that you need something from them. And
Hmm.
so I would rather take the approach of greeting, then feeding, and then meeting, which is what I teach inside our Evergreen networking system. We teach people the process of don't just hit somebody up and ask them a question, but instead greet them. This applies to any time you're trying to build any type of a relationship. You want to let someone know that you notice them but you don't need anything from them. You make an observation. So, for example, if I see somebody at a coffee shop and he looks like the type of guy that's a business guy with a business suit and an attache case, I won't walk over to him and say, what do you do for a living? Or how can I help you? Because that would be quite annoying for the person. Instead, I'll walk over to the guy and be like, oh my God, that's a huge attache case. And I love the shoes. By the way, your energy is vibrating in a beautiful way. Now, if the person's a negative vibe, he'll look at me and be like, F you, mind your own business. Don't talk about my attache case. Go to hell. But if he's my type of guy, he'll give me five and he'll be like, I'm glad you noticed my attache case. I got this at Macy's yesterday. I actually overpaid, but I didn't mind because I just closed a massive deal. And then I move on to feeding. You closed a massive deal. Congratulations. Tell me what type of deal that was. Or what do you do for a living? Or whatever it is, I get into asking them questions. Sherry, do you have a question?
Well, I actually just wanted to say, oh, wait. Wait, how do I get out of this?
You're muted now.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. We talk about this all the time between my husband and myself. It's like first seek to connect, then get into whatever it is you need to. So it's a connection thing is very important up front. Is that right? Is that what you're
Yeah, I
saying?
mean building rapport, but also having a reputation that you're adding value. When I see it's your birthday, I don't ask you a question right away. The first thing that I do is I first wish you happy birthday, then I ask you what did you do for your birthday? Did anything special? That type of thing. So you want to have the reputation of the type of person that's greeting, then feeding, and that will lead to a meeting. By the way, you guys looking for a job? Are you looking for an opportunity? You're looking for a client? Or are you just looking to get more out of life? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious to know what. And by the way, I'm doing most of the work. I'm doing most of the talking. Your only job is to move your fingers a little bit in the chat. And if you're too busy to move your fingers in the chat, then learn to speak to your computer with AI. And then you can just talk into the computer. I won't be able to hear you, but I'll see what you typed up in the chat. So move your little fingers or your big fingers or your tiny fingers or your massive fingers or whatever fingers you have. Put them in the chat and let me know if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for clients, if you're looking for new relationships, if you're looking for a board, if you're looking for a friend. Whatever you're looking for, put that in the chat. You know why? Because somebody that's here that might be your friend that knew you for a long time might not know that you're looking for a job. They might not know that you're looking for a role. They might not know that you're looking for a board role. They might not know that you're looking to transition to a new job or that you're looking for clients. And when you educate people, and by the way, this is your responsibility as a networker, is to educate your network on how they can add value to your life. I want to add value to your life, but it's not my responsibility to figure out what you need. You get what I'm saying? Like I tell this to my kids. They're like, "I'm hungry. I'm so hungry and you didn't give me food." I'm like, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know that you're hungry. I have 5 kids, so you can tell this happens often. I am not a mind reader. Tell me what you want. I don't know what I want to eat. Okay, now we have another problem. They don't know what they want to eat. They never told me they were hungry. So what if they hadn't eaten in 2 days? The idea is I'm not a mind reader. And so if you want something from somebody else, the famous saying is ask and you shall what? Let me know in the chat what comes after that. Ask and you shall give? No. Ask and you shall. Thank you, Elizabeth. Ask and you shall receive. And if you want to receive blessings, what you need to do is ask for those blessings. And the best way to ask for blessings is to share gratitude. Because if you share gratitude, especially on LinkedIn, so what I love telling people is I am grateful that you connected with me on LinkedIn. I'm grateful that we're connected here on LinkedIn. You can never go wrong by sharing gratitude. And in the chat, I want some gratitude. Gratitude raises the vibration to a higher level than even joy, at higher level than shame, than fear, than ego. You get to gratitude, you're in a beautiful vibration. So let's create some gratitude together and tell me one thing you're grateful for in the chat. Let's focus on gratitude together. We'll elevate our vibration, take things to the next level, and collectively make this world a better place. So gratitude is extremely important. Sharing gratitude. So somebody likes on your post, what do? You share gratitude with them. Somebody comments on your post, share gratitude. Somebody gives you recommendations, share gratitude. Somebody connects with you, share gratitude. Someone looks at your profile, share gratitude. It goes a really, really long way. I thank people for entering my life. I thank people for coming into my train. When I'm on the subway is my train because this is my world, right? This is our world. So somebody enters my train and I'm like, "Oh, I'm so grateful that you entered my train. Welcome. Take a seat right there." And people are like, "I love this energy." And some people don't like it, but that's okay. That's the energy that I want to show up with. And so I want you to show up with that energy online. As a matter of fact, we're actually live right now. I don't know if you guys know this. We can't see the chat. The chat is public, so you can write whatever you want in the chat. We're not showing that. But this conversation is a live conversation. So what I want you guys to do is to find the live. And if you can't find the live, write "not sure where it is." If you found it, say "I found it," and maybe even share a link to it. Or find the live, like it, and leave a comment on the live. And the comment that
Where is it, Joe?
where is it? If you go to joelinkedin.com, you can find the live. But I will put a link to my recent posts in the chat for you guys just to make it really easy for you guys so that you can find all my recent posts and you can scroll down and see all of them. There's a special URL that you can go to find all my recent posts. And I'll put it in the chat so you can click on it. But I want you guys to consider that when you comment on a post, people see that comment. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. People see that comment. And that's a beautiful thing because you want people to notice you. Am I right? You want to be noticed. The more you get noticed, the more exposure you will get. The more you get noticed, the more exposure you'll get. So take a moment and leave a thoughtful comment under that post. You can write, "So grateful that I'm at this Harvard Business School Women's Association presentation. I'm getting a lot of value so far." Or you can say, "Guys, I'm looking for a job of X, Y, and Z type of job. If you know anybody that is looking to hire a VA or a MBA or a CEO or a flight attendant or whatever you want a job as, just put it in there in the chat and people will see it." As a matter of fact, the thing that I just checked already has 25 likes. And if it gets 100 likes, we might even create a rap song together at some point. Now, there is a button there that says repost. So try to hit that button called the repost and then repost without thoughts. You don't even need to share thoughts. Hit that repost button and this will appear to a few more people in your network. Most people won't even see that repost. But if you hit the repost, it'll show up on your profile as if it's your post. So a great way to have posts show up on your profile for your profile to look like you're doing something is for you to hit the repost without thoughts because it keeps all the engagement. Did you guys know that when you repost without thoughts, it keeps all the engagement? But the technical way to repost a LinkedIn Live is to have to go to the person's recent activity. And from there, you can click the repost button. Because if you try to do it through the regular place, it simply would not work. Okay, looks like GoDaddy keeps calling me, and my video must have frozen here. Can you guys hear me still? Let me turn my video back on. Okay, when GoDaddy calls me and they keep calling me over and over and over, I don't know. They want to sell me something. So my video ends and I have to restart my video.
No, we can hear you.
Okay, you can
Everything's
hear me.
everything's great. No, it's
Everything's
fine.
great. Okay, excellent. Excellent. So in the chat of the live, you guys can go there and you can drop a comment on that live. And this way, the other people that are here will be able to see your comment and they will be able to find you, connect with you, and build a relationship with you. Now, some of you might be hesitating to leave a comment. And if you are hesitating to leave a comment on LinkedIn in general, I want to hear your hesitation. Maybe you don't want people to know what you're doing. Maybe you're not sure what to say. Maybe you're confused about how to leave a comment or the best thing to say and you're overthinking it. Let's be honest in the chat right now. No one's going to see this other than us. So let's be honest in the chat and just share with us what's your hesitation for commenting? Like, why would you not want to comment on someone's post? And this is an important thing because if you tell us your reason why you don't want to comment or why you wouldn't want to comment, we understand the belief that you have that needs to shift in order for you to get results in life. So maybe it takes too much time. I love that. Thank you, Elizabeth. Who else? Does anybody else have a reason? Again, these reasons of why you're not taking a particular action are usually rooted in a belief of why you're not taking the action, which stops you from getting results. Results come when you take action. If you don't take action, you don't get results, period. And your beliefs usually shape whether or not you're going to take action or not. So there's like almost like a vicious circle. There's the belief, the action, the result. If you have a strong belief, you get a good action. And if you do action, you get results. But if you have a bad belief, a belief that's disempowering, that doesn't help you take action, it's not bad. It just in terms of its alignment with you taking action, it's not empowering. So it'll stop you from taking action. You won't get results, and it'll strengthen the belief that it doesn't work. So I want you to really think about that. Who am I endorsing? What am I doing? It's not meaningful what I'm saying. There's stupid typos evidenced by my little blurb. I love that. Let it keep flowing. Let those thoughts flow. I want you to realize that if you take action, even though you have the belief and you're willing to be unreasonable, the opportunities that you're going to get are going to be crazy because it's unreasonable. If you're within reason, you're only going to get reasonable results. But if you want crazy results, you got to do something that's a little crazy, that doesn't make sense, which means when I started my business, I studied to be a rabbi. I still grew to do millions in revenue, but if I would have used reason, my logic was, Ma, I don't have a degree. I can't start a business. There's no way I'll ever be successful. And that's the truth because 96% of businesses never even hit 1 million in revenue. And the small percentage that do hit 1 million in revenue, most of them go out of business within 3 to 5 years. So how am I supposed to, and they're not even profitable. So how do I get to a place where I do 1 million, 2 million, 4 million? How do I keep growing the business year after year and be one of the fastest growing companies in America? The answer is I took action that was not reasonable, that made no sense. I still took action. I used strategy to try to justify what I'm doing and actually have a plan to go from point A to point B. But if you ask anybody else, it wouldn't make sense. So it's the same thing. It might not make sense for you to post regularly. It might not make sense for you to connect with 20 people a day. It might not make sense for you right now to leave comments on a regular basis, and I recommend 5 comments a day because you got 5 fingers. It might not make sense for you to greet 10 people or be grateful to 10 people a day. It might not make sense for you to do that. You might feel like, oh, I don't want to look stupid, or I don't want to say the wrong thing, or I don't want to come across too forward, or whatever it is. But if you do it anyway, for the sake of putting yourself out there, even if you're uncomfortable, even if it's painful, even if you don't agree with it, and you do it anyway, you're going to get a different result. Because when a butterfly flaps its wings on this side of the world, the result happens on the other side. So I want you to flap your wings on LinkedIn to allow the world to give you what you're looking for. You have to create space. You can't just sit still. Stagnant water becomes spoiled. It has to move like a river. You want to move like a river. You want to flow. Give me flow in the chat. I want to see who wants to flow with me. Who wants to flow with me in the chat? Let me know if you guys want to flow. Yo, yo, yo. My name is Joe and I like to flow. Let's go in the chat. Give me some flow. Give me some flow in the chat. I'm going to share my screen and show you some real tactical stuff that you can do on LinkedIn. And here we go. I'm going to share my screen right now. Here we go. Okay, now you guys hopefully can see my screen. All right. If you guys don't want to flow, I see most of you don't want to flow. Just write yo if you don't want to flow with me, okay? Because I need something. I need something in the chat. Unless you're like driving or something. I want Joe as my as a life coach. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for that. Okay, so let me show you some of the things that I do on LinkedIn. But before that, we're going to go to this website called Suno. Have you guys ever heard of Suno? You never heard of it? Okay, this is a great little website that's completely free to use, but you can pay for it if you want to actually do something with this, actually use it. So Suno allows you to create songs. So make a song about, and should we make it a rap song? Because we're from Brooklyn. Make a rap song. Are you guys allergic to rap or are you cool with rap? Right if you're cool with rap. Make a rap song about the Harvard Business School Women's Association learning how to use LinkedIn from Joe Applebaum. The LinkedIn, we're going to call me the LinkedIn whale today, just to keep things kosher, because I don't know what they're going to do if I write daddy there. The LinkedIn whale, who teaches how to post, engage, message, find a job, and expand opportunity in just 15 minutes a day. I'm going to press create. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a song for us that can be our little anthem. Now, if we don't like rap, we can add a jazzy rap. Jazzy. We're going to call it a jazzy rap now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to call it a pop gangster classical mix rap. Okay? So we'll try that as well. So we're going to do this. This is fun. This is something that you do when you want to have a good time and enjoy life. So let's listen to this song here. HBS. Hear it? Coming through? Yeah. We go. Here we go. Yeah. What? You guys ready for this? I like this vibe. We in Morgan, we in Aldrich, got our laptops out. Harvard badge on the profile, let's remove that doubt. Headline sharper than the case, make the scroll go slow. Story in the bout box, let your impact show. Joey in the front, got the slide deck lit. Stop hiding in the feed, time to show your grit. 15 on the clock, that's a power routine. From invisible to visible, we run this screen. 15 minutes a day, we post, engage, and we pave the way. From HBS halls to the global stage, we expand opportunity, we expand our connect and claim our name. First post with a point, drop value, not fluff. Real wins, hard lessons, that's the leader stuff. Second comment with intent, add thought, not nice. Turn a scroll by a stranger to a friend for life. Third, messages that matter, not copy, paste, spam. Read your work on climate, I'm a genuine fan. Fourth, search set tight, title, city road. Let the filters do the digging while you guard your goals. Job, new fun, new door, new lane. One small habit, big long game. From late night prep to a boardroom seat, we map that network, we don't retreat. Call it social, we call it strategy. Every touch point builds that gravity. Harbor women in the feed, that's a sight to see. Type opportunity and it follows. We 15 minutes a day. Okay, guys, write opportunity in the chat. If you like this, write opportunity in the chat. So as you can see, I went to go see who looked at my profile, and I saw this wonderful person named Brooke look at my profile. And as a result of Brooke looking at my profile, I ran an AI check on her just to kind of see what she's up to. And with one click of a button, I use a little assistant that sits on the side of LinkedIn that helps me be able to research my connections or the people that are looking at me, and I get conversation starters. These are really, really useful if you want to build a relationship with someone and get to know them.
This is if you have premium.
So if you have either premium, even career premium, which is I think 20 or 30 bucks or whatever, it's not expensive. you can see who looks at your profile. Okay, so if you're looking for a job, I do recommend getting Career Premium at least. So you could see if a hiring manager looks at your profile, you can connect with them by clicking on the connect button. You see there's a little connect button next to Brooke's name. So if I wanted to
Mhm.
connect with Brooke, I would press connect. Now, if you want to see how many connections you have on LinkedIn, I click on My Network on the top right. See, I click on My Network, and then I can see all these people waiting to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have 1,471 invitations. You see that? However, I can only accept 3 because the maximum amount of connections on LinkedIn is 30,000. So what I typically do is I click on connections and I find somebody else. Like, for example, I saw Laura's trying to connect with me here on LinkedIn. So what I'll do is I'll find another Laura. You see, I'll find another Laura that hasn't responded to me in a while, and I'll just remove her. So I'm going to search for Laura here. I'm going to find another Laura here. Like, for example, this Laura, the CEO of RHR Universal. I click on message, and I see she responded to me. You see, been going back and forth. Congrats, thank you, this, that, whatever. You see? So I'm not going to remove this Laura. But Laura Bush here was a senior writer. Oh, she also responded to me. Let's find the Laura that has not responded to me. You see this one over here? Insane. I've been messaging this Laura back since 2020 and she never responded to me. Okay, have a good day, Laura. I click on the 3 dots. Goodbye. See you never. Okay, so I just removed her just like that. So now I'm going to go back to my network and I'm going to find this Laura here and hopefully this Laura will respond to me. I'm going to press accept and now I have a new friend. And the first thing that I do when Laura connects with me is I click on message and I say thanks, just like that. You see? Gratitude. Thanks. Thank you very much. On this lecture on becoming a LinkedIn expert, I'd love to repost without thoughts. It was super helpful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my voice over here. I'm going to click on the microphone and I'm going to say, Laura, thank you for the kind message. I really appreciate it very much. I really enjoy teaching people how to use LinkedIn. Okay, now I press up and I press send. Do you see how much faster that was than me typing something in? Now, you can use this for free and you can get unlimited access to this microphone over here. A lot of people don't know this. You can install the Chrome extension and you can use this at no charge. Click on the microphone and use it as often as you like. There's no cost for that. If you do want to use AI credits, there's a fee, but for the microphone component, it's completely free to use as often as you like with no trial, no credit card required. So it's a great resource for you to be able to use this technology if you want to be able to use it. Also, for example, if I want to find Laura, say on Facebook, what I could do is I can take Laura's information and I can store her information into Evi AI by me just refreshing this page over here. If I refresh the page, it'll pick up that I'm on Laura's page, hopefully, and then I'll be able to add her to a list. So I'm going to type in HBS, Women's Association, and then I'll put the date in 1-13-2026, and I press enter, and I press save. And what that will do is that will save her information. That will save Laura's information right here on the side. And if I want to find her on Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, TikTok, X, LinkedIn, or if I even want to save her recent posts, I can do that. So check this out. I like connecting on LinkedIn, but if I want to go deeper, like some of you want to go a little bit deeper, find them on another platform, make sure that it's them. I think this is her over here. It looks like it's her. And then click add. And then you can add them there and go a little bit deeper. Now, Facebook told me it can't send the request because I don't know you, but that's okay. It won't send the request. Maybe instead of sending the request, I'll say message and I'll be like, great to meet you and press enter. Do you see that? I sent her the message. Now, the other thing you can do is on Facebook, you can find out more information about someone that often is not on LinkedIn. So if you want to go really deep with someone, you can see where they checked in. You could see what sports they're into. You could see who your mutual friends are. You can actually see their life events if they're married, divorced, have kids, whatever it is. You could see their gender here. That LinkedIn doesn't show you gender, but because they're whatever, they just don't. But over here, you'll be able to see what somebody is. Sometimes somebody has like a name and I'm not sure what they are. Not that it matters, but if I want to say he, him, whatever it is, and they don't have their pronoun, I want to be respectful with how I'm talking to them. So sometimes I'll come in here and check what's going on and see what I can find. The other thing is when you find anybody's name anywhere online and you right click on them, you can easily search using social search and find them on any platform over here. It looks like S Grin HPH. Thank you. So if I want to find you from Facebook to LinkedIn, I click this button, and let's say you have, many of you are on Facebook. and you want to find this person on LinkedIn, you could just select their name on Facebook and find them on LinkedIn with a little plugin. Okay, it makes life very, very easy. And this way on Facebook, there's very little information. On LinkedIn, there's a ton of information. And here's something else. Here's something else. Oh, Katie said, do you download the extension? Yeah, you can download it from the Google Store. Okay, you just go to the Google Store and type in EVAI or Google it, and you'll find it. So check this out. If I wanted to give Laura ideas, what I want to do is I want to save her entire profile as a PDF. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to click on More, and then I'm going to click on Save as a PDF. Did you guys know that you can save anyone's profile as a PDF? Write new in the chat if this is news to you. I'm going to press New for Laura. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this app I just vibe coded. Do you guys know what vibe coding is? Vibe coding is where you could create technology with talking to a machine. So I teach people how to do vibe coding sometimes when they're in the mood. So maybe that's a separate class. But if I want to add value to somebody on LinkedIn, I want to give them ideas, right? So this is called Profile to App. I created this called Profile to App. Turn your LinkedIn profile into app ideas. Say holy moly in the chat if this is cool. So I can upload her profile right here. I just downloaded her PDF. I can upload her profile, and then I can press Analyze Profile, and it'll analyze her profile and come up with 10 app ideas she can vibe code in a second. Guys, this is insane. Could you imagine if you connect with someone and you're like, I thought of a couple of ideas for apps that we can design using vibe coding, where you just talk to the AI and it writes the app for you, including Stripe integration, user authentication, literally everything. You just talk to it and it just does it all. And it secures it, the domain, everything's included. It's just insane. So learning this in the future will be really useful for you as a skill, finding a job. But more importantly, when you're networking, like the other day, I went to an AI summit in Orlando and I met a guy and I really, really liked the guy. He's a father of 4, single dad, just like me. And we really hit it off. And he came to the hotel. He drove me back to my hotel. We had breakfast. We decided to go deep. There were 500 people there. And I decided to go deep with this one guy. I went deep with a few guys, but this one guy I went really, really deep with. I went so deep that I used the prompts behind this app, this idea ladder, to come up with a business idea for him that can generate $1 million for him. Then I bought the domain name, set the whole thing up, and gave it to him as a gift. And the guy was in tears. I want you guys to think about the power that you have with artificial intelligence, but through networking and relationship building, you're actually able to do this. So look at this. Aren't these great ideas? The AI use case builder, the inclusive AI organizational scorecard, the AI sustainability analyzer. And by the way, all these ideas are public in the ideas gallery. So if you go to the ideas gallery, you're going to see every idea that gets generated here. If you leave the checkbox marked, it'll just make these ideas public, but they're AI ideas. Who cares?
Joe, can you just comment? So what you did is went to Laura's profile, and this app profiler, whatever it is, it comes up with ideas based on
Her PDF.
characteristics.
Her PDF. I downloaded her PDF, uploaded it to the tool, and then it gave me 10 different ideas based on who she is, based on her
And then
experience.
your next move is you go to Laura and
And
say,
I say, hey,
"Hey,
Laura, I have some ideas for apps for you. Would you like me to send you a few ideas that could possibly generate $100,000? I'm not asking for any money. I don't do this for a living, but I found this really cool tool that I use that can give you ideas. Now, there's many different ways to do this. I have over 200 different ideas for ways to communicate with people. But after the greeting process, you want to get into the feeding process. And one of the ways that you add value is by giving people the 5 I's, which is information, introductions, invitations. Do you guys get what I'm saying? And one of
yes."
them is ideas, and another one is identity. So ideas is giving people ideas. So I just showed you one way to give ideas. You guys want the access to the tool? I'm happy to give you access. It's completely free to use. I get charged credits when you use it, but I don't care. It's my gift to you for you guys being so lovely to me. I'm going to share it in the chat. Use it as much as you want. And if you have any questions and you're stuck on how to do anything, with my team and I meet everybody for tech support every day, twice a day, and there's no charge to come to tech support. So if you guys need help and you're not sure how to use a part of LinkedIn or something, whatever, I can send you the link to tech support. Just write tech in the chat and I'll send you the link to the tech support that we offer for people looking for jobs and they're not sure how to use LinkedIn or whatever. We offer this as a service to our community, just as a gift. So I created a landing page. And by the way, I'm literally creating landing pages every day. So this is the Zoom link, and these are the office hours because a lot of people need help with tech. But if you come here, we'll help you do all the things. Because a lot of people are asking me technical questions, of step-by-step questions. I'm not going to be able to give you guys the max amount of value if I start doing tech support right now on this call. But we do offer it 12 and 7 Eastern every day. If you need to learn anything about how to use anything related to this stuff, we're happy to share with you. But I want to stop sharing my screen for a second because I shared a few things with you. But I want you to, somebody else share their screen too. Can we stop there? Thank you. Okay. I want you guys to understand that 80% of the results you have in your life is mindset. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's mindset. If you want to find a job that pays you 100K, 150K, 200K, whatever the number is, or if you want to get a job, a role on a board, or if you want to be able to find your next opportunity that fits within your core values or whatever it is, it's 80% of it's going to be mindset because you need to take certain actions. And if you have the thoughts and the beliefs, which is a mindset, it's your thoughts and beliefs. If you have the thoughts and beliefs that are stopping you from taking action, then your mindset's not even going to give you the potential to get action because you're stuck in the paradigm of not taking action. So I want you to just inspect those beliefs that you have so that you can take your life to the next level. And I want you to dream bigger than you're dreaming right now. I really want you to dream bigger. I want you to have a big, hairy, audacious goal. It's called a BHAG. So for 2026, if you were dreaming a little bit bigger, not too big where you kind of are just living in false positivity, whatever that's called, right? Where you're kind of like dreaming up things that are not even possible, but push yourself where it's uncomfortable, but at the same time, you feel like that would be a hard thing to do, but it's possible and it makes you uncomfortable, even a little anxious. Push yourself because we don't grow when we're comfortable. We grow when we're in pain. I had a goal to be able to do pull-ups this year. By the way, can you guys do pull-ups? How many in the chat? Tell me how many pull-ups can you do right now? If I came to your house right now and I said do pull-ups, how many can you do? If it's zero, write zero. 99% of people that I meet always say zero. It's very rare that I could find someone that says I could do 20 pull-ups because you know what I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you to show me. We're going to get on camera and I want to see that pull-up and I want to see a good pull-up. It's a hard thing to do, but I can do a pull-up today. Why? Because I started doing reverse pull-ups. Reverse pull-ups means you just jump up and then you hang and then you drop down real slow. And the first day that I did reverse pull-ups, I felt pain in my chest and in my arms and in my shoulder, and I didn't want to move forward. I didn't want to do it again. But then I said, I'm committed. I'm committed to doing a pull-up. And so I jumped up and I did it again and did it again and did it again. And now all of a sudden I can go the other way. I'm like, holy shit, I can go the other way. And I'm like, no, I could go the other way, which is crazy because I never thought I'd be able to do a pull-up. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm not the type of guy that can do a pull-up. I had a mindset issue. ChatGPT gave me the strategy to do reverse pull-ups. So I said, I want to do a pull-up. What do I do? It told me, do 15 reverse pull-ups every other day, eat protein, blah, 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 stretch, blah. It told me what to do, and I did it, and it worked, and it's insane. So all of you can find the job of your dreams. You can ask AI to help you find the job of your dreams, but you're still going to have to take action. So I'm going to leave you with this. Posting, engaging, messaging, connecting. Those 4 things you need. Okay? I'll say it again. Posting once a day or once a week, depending on what you're comfortable with. Engaging 5 a day. You can do 50 a day, especially if you're using an AI to help you comment. Every AI has a built-in commenting system that learns your voice and can comment very quick. And you can try it for free. No cost to try it. Number 3, you want to be messaging people. Remember I gave you the 5 I's? I told you greeting, feeding, and meeting, whatever. So you need a strategy to message properly so that you don't get spammed. It doesn't look like spam and it's not weird. And then finally, you want to be connecting to 20 people a day, and you want to connect strategically. So here's one thing that works across all 4, which is strategy. We need a strategy. The right strategy will save you a decade. Write that down if you don't want to waste the next 10 years. Because the next 10 years pass like this. My daughter's turning 20. I know I look like I'm only 20 myself, but my daughter's turning 20. That's insane. That's insane. My oldest daughter lives with me full time. The other kids live with their mom in Brooklyn. I'm going to go have dinner with them soon. But for me, what I love to do more than anything else is add value to other people's lives. So my big, hairy, audacious goal is to add $100 million of economic activities to my clients this year. How am I going to do that? It sounds like a lot of money, right? Isn't $100 million a lot of money? The answer is the way that you eat an elephant is one. First of all, don't eat elephants. They're beautiful creatures. So let's get that out of the way. But the way that you eat a chocolate elephant, a big chocolate elephant, because I love chocolate, is that you eat it one bite at a time, which means if I just help 1,000 people each generate 100K in profit, I made $100 million in economic activity for my clients. So that's my goal, my big, hairy, audacious goal for this year. And I want to make an impact on people. I want to make a difference for people. I already got to a certain place in life. If you got to a certain place in life, it's your role to go out and help other people and make a difference. Don't make it about you. Find a better job so that you can help more people and let your world know. It's your responsibility to go out and let people know. Now, do you guys have a business networking one sheet or do you need a business networking one sheet, right? Have or need. I believe that every person has a responsibility to make it easy for their network to refer them in. So have or need. Part of what we do is we teach people how to create a business networking one sheet. I'm going to show you my example for my business networking one sheet, and I'm going to create a new one, and then we're going to take questions, Sherry. Is that okay? Okay. Awesome. So this is what my business networking one sheet looks like. If you go to my profile, I have 3 things that I like putting in my profile. I like putting a newsletter. I like putting a video. This is a video of my AI. And I like putting a PDF document. Okay. This is a post, a PDF document. The PDF document apparently tells me that to go to hell. So hang on a second. Let me just click on it again. Let me go to oh, LinkedIn is not letting me do this. It's telling me that I can't. All right, let me try again. Let me go to my profile. Let me click on view profile. It's saying refresh the page. Okay. It's still telling me to refresh the page. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to my templates. I have lots of different templates of stuff. And I'm going to type in one. This is a select a list. So I'm going to create promo. So promo links. So let me look through my promo links and see if I have my one sheet here, my promo links.
You're
Promote.
probably so active on LinkedIn, you broke it.
I must have broken LinkedIn. Let me see. Oh, I think I put it under quick links. Okay, so quick response. So a lot of people ask me for my one sheet. So I'm going to copy my one sheet. Even though LinkedIn doesn't work, I have my one sheet available for you guys in the chat. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. My LinkedIn stopped working, unfortunately. I'm probably going to have to reclose it. I've got a million browsers open, whatever. So bottom line is, if you guys want to see my one sheet, I put it in the chat. The only thing I ask of you is if you like it, like it. If you like the one sheet, like it. And you could download the PDF and literally put it into ChatGPT and say, make me one of these. Do you get what I'm saying? I love R&D. Do you guys know what R&D stands for? What does R&D stand for? In the chat, let me know. What does R&D stand for? Wrap and deliver? Nope. Anyone know? Nobody knows. Okay, Sherry knows. She said research and development. So in today's day and age, R&D no longer stands for research and development. It stands for rip off and duplicate.
Very good.
All right, so take it away, Sherry. What's the questions?
Well, I mean, I'm everybody, I want to invite you all to ask your questions. This is amazing. Joe, so amazing. All these great nuggets that you're leaving with us. I just want to kick off something like, how much do you have to post? You suggested once a day.
Once a day or once a week, depending on if you've never posted before. If you're posting once a month, go try to get to once a day. But if you've never posted before, start with once a week and see how you feel.
I mean, that's about what is it like? Do you need to have a point of view? Do you need to have one specific piece of expertise that you become known for? And, how much?
What I like to do is I like to post stories. I think that that's the thing that works the best. So you can post a story about something that happened to you. I walked into a barber shop. I saw a guy. He had a beard. I was talking to him and we did it, and I had an insight. You get what I'm saying? So stories about your life. It doesn't always have to be selling. People don't want to hear about your selling stuff. Nobody wants your pitch. What people want is they want to understand who you are. Who is Sherry? Who is Nikita? Who is Maria? Who is Zahara? Who is Guri? Who are these? Who's Rubab? Who's Anu? Who's Karo? Who are these people? I want to know who you are. The way that I know who you are is me learning your story. Am I right about that? Right, I'm right, or right, I'm wrong in the chat. I don't know who you are by knowing that what you do for a living, that you're a clinician or that you're a project manager. Everyone's a flippin' project manager. I have no idea who you are by knowing that you're a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer or a bicycle rider. That doesn't tell me who you are. What tells me who you are is your fingerprint, your unique story. Look at your fingers. Do you have a fingerprint? Some of you are in the witness protection program. You cut off your fingertips because you don't want ICE to come get you. But for the rest of you all have a fingerprint. And that fingerprint is your story. So I tell this features, what you do for a living, tell. Nobody wants you to tell them anything. It's annoying. It's judgment. But stories sell. So if you don't want to be told go to hell, tell more stories. But don't yell. That's the idea. So I
You're
want
a poet.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. All right. So what I want you guys to really, 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 really think about is what are the issues that you have, the stumbling blocks, the obstacles. Make an issues list for yourself as it relates to LinkedIn, as it relates to job finding. And next to each issue, there's going to be a belief that you have that's holding up that, creating that as a problem. Because there are no problems in life. There are only problems that we create for ourselves based on the beliefs that we have. But we cannot get to the beliefs because they're subconscious to us. So to find the self-limiting beliefs that you have that are stopping you from getting to your goal, you have to list out your issues. So you might say, your issues, I don't know what to post. Okay, let's go to the belief. What's the belief behind that? The belief is that if I post something stupid, people won't like it, whatever, right? And then you get what's behind that. And then you'll be able to see exactly what you need to shift in order to solve this so-called problem that you have. Because there are no problems. You are literally perfect the way that you are. You don't need more money. You don't need a better job. You are perfect. You are a child of God. You are perfect. Even if you don't believe in God, you're still a child in God. Whatever. Even if you don't believe in not believing in anything, you're still a wonderful human being, a shining light that deserves love for existing. Okay, I
We
got a
have a
couple of
couple
hands
of
raised.
hands up.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's go for Judy and then Guri. And then
Hi, thank you. This is awesome, Joe. My question is, when I push out content, is that content being viewed mostly by my network, or does it go beyond that to people I'm not connected to?
when you're pushing out content, there are settings you can change to determine who's going to see your content. By default, your content is seen by everybody, not just on LinkedIn, but also off LinkedIn. So Google picks up my content as well. So
Mm.
Google indexes almost every single LinkedIn page unless your settings are for Google not to pick it up. So by default, everybody will see it. Everyone has a chance to see it. And depending on how good your hook is, main points, call to action, the hashtags, it depends. There are different elements to a post. So if you have a terrible hook, no one's really going to want to keep reading. And if no one clicks the show more button, then LinkedIn's not going to give the post weight. The best posts get the show more button, the like button click, the save button. You know, those are the posts that give the indication to the algorithm to send it even further. But if you post nonsense, and if you make one of the 28 vital mistakes that people make on LinkedIn, your post will definitely not show up on LinkedIn. So you need to learn how to be able to do things in a way that makes sense for the algorithm. I'll give you one of the 28, which is people don't know this. And by the way, I have an influencer summit you're all invited to. There's no cost. It's 3 hours of me interviewing 8 of the top LinkedIn influencers, and it's happening on February 18th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern. You guys are all welcome to join. If you go to influencersummit2026.com, you can register for free. You can tell your friends to join. It's a great place to come and learn how to use LinkedIn. So I've been interviewing influencers for 8 years, and one of the things they told me is don't include a link inside your post. Because if you include a link, it'll automatically discount the post 50% of the time because LinkedIn doesn't want people to leave LinkedIn. So if you want to include a link, put it in the comments of the post. Don't put it in the actual post. So that's
Okay.
Judy,
So
that's what I got for you.
you have to go to settings to and because
Yeah,
I don't
so
I'm seeing that in the settings.
yeah, so when you're about to post on LinkedIn, right before you hit publish, there's a setting over there. I'm going to share my screen and just quickly show you. Here, watch this. Let me click on share screen and hopefully it doesn't have if it lets me, if LinkedIn lets me. Let me go back to LinkedIn. Okay, so yeah, now it lets. Here, I'm going to click start a post.
Mm-hmm.
Start a post. I'm going to write here is an example. As a matter of fact, why don't I post a real post? Let me get an image of myself right now just to show you how quickly I can post. I'm going to take an image I created of myself. You see it looks exactly like me. It's beautiful. Then I'm going to go to my content generator. I'm going to click on the goal is to be a personal story. Then instead of being motivational, I'm going to be sincere. And then I'm going to write I'm the CEO of EviAI. And then I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to say, I just did an amazing presentation for the Harvard Business School Women's Association. And these people are so engaged. I'm so grateful that I got to teach them how to post, engage, and message on LinkedIn and giving them the exact roadmap that they need in order for them to be successful. If you're looking to take your business to the next level, please join me on my class tomorrow at 1 p.m. Would love to see you there. I'm going to press generate.
Wow.
Going to write a hook, main points, call to action, and hashtags in about 10 seconds. Now, the reason I'm doing it this way is because if I just wrote this blurb over here on LinkedIn, it wouldn't look so good. But because I want it to be like this, when I watch my 9-year-old navigate video games and AI elements, something clicked for me. The way he interacted with technology intuitively, fearlessly, creatively made me realize how different our generation's approach. I remember the days when I put the fear into today I stood before the Harvard Business School Women's Association and blah, 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 blah. The journey of advocacy wasn't clear. Blah, 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 blah. The AI tool that we created. Let me know. Let me know if you want to join me tomorrow at 1 p.m. for a 1 hour class.
Joe, it knew your voice. It knows your story. How'd you do that?
Exactly. I trained it. I trained it on my story. So in here, you can click the little up arrow. On the left side, you can click on personas here. And then I have tons and tons of personas I have for WhatsApp, for Twitter, for Facebook, for Instagram, for LinkedIn, for all this stuff. And I have tons and tons of personas. So for example, this is the persona I used just now. But if I want to use a different persona, for example, let's say I'm an EO. Have you guys heard of Entrepreneurs Organization? This is for CEOs that are over $1 million in revenue. So I'm part of a Facebook group with 5,000 CEOs. I'm in the EO Platinum 1 member since 2012, blah, blah, blah. I say, don't write long comments, da, da, da. Remember, EO is a professional network. You're commenting in a private group, blah, blah, blah. EO has a policy. We don't give advice. It's called Gestalt and blah, blah, blah. You can say quick experience share without blah, blah, blah. Be nice, positive, no selling, no self-promotion. Do not sound like an AI. So you see, I basically trained it. And then when I'm talking in EO, that's what I use. So that's kind of like what I do over there. But if you guys want to see this actual post, I'm going to click on copy link to post. I'm actually going to use a URL cleaner because otherwise LinkedIn knows that you're sharing a post and where it came from. So I built this URL cleaner. And you guys could use it for free as well if you're ever sharing your post. I'm going to press copy link to feed and send you the feed version of this. And that's it. And that's what I did. So if you guys want to see that actual post, go ahead, click on it, leave a comment on it, play with it, and you'll see that it's live on LinkedIn. And 1,000 people will see that post. 1,000 people will read that post, and I will get messages and new connection requests, and I can't even handle all of it.
Right.
So what was that setting that you were talking about?
Oh, the setting. Shoots. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I
No,
got
that's
carried
okay.
away. I so got carried away. Let's create another post now just to make that setting happen. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go back to the homepage of LinkedIn. When I click start a post, I'm just gonna write test post, whatever. Now, if you click this little thing, let's see where this. I gotta discard. Let me click on this again. Do you see this little drop down on top?
Yep.
You see it says anyone.
Oh, gotcha.
Go
Okay.
to your common control and brand partnerships. That's how
Oh,
you do it.
wow. I've never seen that before. Okay, awesome.
But you
Thank you.
have, but you see when you click in here, there's a little drop down here.
Yeah.
It's hidden.
Hey,
And here's another hidden part here. If you want to do a poll, you go here to do a poll. That's
Yeah.
another hidden thing. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Joe, this is unbelievable. We just can't, everyone's saying we can't believe, can't keep up. There's so much here. It's just a gift what you gave us. Just one last thing to end it, because somebody, I think it was Joggerty, might have said, like, what are the best things you could be doing and what are the mistakes?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys an article with all my mistakes, so you guys have it. I have a full-on article with every mistake that people typically make. As a matter of fact, I keep all my articles in something called inside a template. Do you see there's templates here? So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna type in article promo. Article promo. See, these are all the different articles because people always ask me for these articles.
This
So
is all in Evie AI,
yeah,
right?
you guys can add templates here. So here's my mistakes article, which basically has all the mistakes that people make. And I even made an interactive quiz to test your knowledge as well with AI. I made an interactive quiz. I just put it in the Zoom chat for you. And I'll also put it in the comments of the video replay of this because there's a replay. So if I went a little fast, I apologize for going so fast. I wanted to try to squeeze in as much as I can. But
That's
of
okay.
course,
You made it seem like what's possible that, opened up all of our eyes.
and I have many, many, many. I probably have about 500 hours of content I can share with you guys of how to do this stuff because I've been doing this for 10 years. But you don't need to learn everything. You just need to learn the basics. And if you could learn the basics, you'll get enough to get 5 conversations a day. And that should be your goal. Your goal is to be able to have 5 conversations every single day And if you can have 5 conversations a day, it'll change your life. And if you don't have an offer, watch this 90-minute video that I created about Alex Hormozy. And if you want to see all my Q&A related to LinkedIn 101, I have 101 questions and answers related to LinkedIn that I put in here. And if you want my DM triggers article, I'll put my triggers article here. And if you want my LinkedIn strategy article, I have a whole LinkedIn strategy article I wrote over here that I share with you guys. And if you want my influencer summit notes from last year, you can watch last year's influencer summit notes right here. And there's many, many, many more resources that I just put under the video of this video. And by the way, I also created my video sales letter that explains my main offer. So for those of you that are curious to know how to create a video sales letter that is going to generate over $1 million in new revenue for my business, I'm going to say, here is my video sales letter for 2026. Control A, Control C, paste. You guys can see it right over here. And by the way, if you guys use X and you prefer using X, some people like using X. I personally am not into the whole X thing, but some people are into it. You'll see that this video is currently live on X as well. So I'm going to go ahead and tweet on myself on this video as well. And if you guys like YouTube, I'm also live on YouTube right now. And the app that I'm using to go live across the board on everything, I'm going to click on live here to see. You see Harvard Business Women, but some people are into it. You'll see that this video is, you guys could check it out on YouTube if you're not a big fan of LinkedIn. So I go live on all the platforms using an app called Restream.io. That's the app that I use. Okay.
Unbelievable. There's just so much here. We got to have a repeat or something.
Do it.
What does everybody think? It was an amazing job. Honestly, Joe, thanks so much.
I still didn't give you guys my 9-step strategy. We'll have to save that for next time because I have a very specific 9-step strategy that I walk people through. So if you guys want to learn the 9-step strategy, just write 9 in the chat, and then me and Sherry will get together to pick a time for later this year to get together to give you guys that 9-step strategy. All right, guys, appreciate you so much. I love doing this, and let your friends know that didn't show up here to go catch a replay.
Yeah, it was fantastic, Joe. Of course, everything I expected. You're amazing. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for being with us. We really appreciate it. We're definitely going to have you back.
It's my pleasure, and I'm going to send you that song that everybody loves.
Oh, yes, thank you. That was so much fun.
Do you want to hear the next? Here's the next version of
HBSWA.
We in the class.
But we came to play. 15 minutes, change your dinner.
Here we go.
Case study queen in a blazer. Inbox full feed full of strangers. Scroll, same old danger. Connect from a random stranger. Then Joe up and like, hold up. LinkedIn well with the glow up. Says you ain't here just to show up. You
Wait
here
for the
to
chorus.
blow
Wait for the
your
chorus.
Can we have that?
LinkedIn in 15 minutes a day.
That's great.
Women run the board, make way.
Pretty cool, right? I'm going to download this now. I'm going to press download MP3 file. It's going to download the MP3 file, and I'm going to drop it in the Zoom chat for you guys. So you can,
I think Alexi and Brooke, we should post that. We should have that as our song.
Okay, that's a good
Love it.
Yeah, and I'm
We
going to
have
put
a theme
one
song now.
We have a song.
If you guys need to text me, I'm going to put my cell phone in the chat if you guys need to text me or WhatsApp me or whatever, because I know some of you had questions and I didn't get the chance to answer every single question. So if you want to text me or WhatsApp me, I put my cell phone in the chat. Feel free to send me a text or a WhatsApp, and I will respond as soon as I can.
You are great. Thank you. We're so grateful. Awesome. Great job, Joe. You knocked it out of the park again, as always. I expected it, but you were great.
All right,
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.